more recent ones. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to read a one for my little son. This one's a music obsessive. I'm one of these people that it's almost a form of OCD, I think. Got thousands of old albums and CDs, everything, you name it, really, by all sorts of weird and wonderful musicians. But this one's about an album you all know called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, The Beatles, Parlophone, 1967. It's not really about that, actually. The Summer of Love never stopped in our town. By the early 70s, some men, tired of waiting, sprouted sideburns or grew hair over their ears. When they got drunk, they punched people with a little bit more tenderness, took teeth out and bloodied noses with apologetic sighs. My hip young art teacher in his corduroy jacket was caught reading porn on the bus. An apathetic gaggle of teens got t-shirts of bands they'd never seen or concerts they'd never been to. I suppose someone would have blown their minds out in the car if they could have found anyone who owned one that actually started or moved fast enough for long enough. A friend of my older brother's took acid and leapt off the firewalk with his underpants over his jeans, claiming to be Superman. Then there were all those rumours of that casual sex. Be found on the other side of high windows that remained unclean and unreachable in their Victorian hardwood frames, as around us the older boys insisted that everything had become permitted. All now was possible. By the year 2000, no woman under 40 would bother with underwear. Yet the days went on as they always had, as nothing happened, not just once, but many times. I'm going to finish with one that it's always risky reading new poems because you think they're really good at the time, and then a couple of days later, oh my gosh, what was I ever thinking? So I'm going to finish with this, which is a brand new one. I was sitting at work over at City Hall there about 6:30, quickly finishing this. That's not all I do all day, but that's don't tell anyone. This is I'm 48 with a couple of young kids. I've got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. So this is, I realised the other day I've never written anything for my son, so this is for him. Just 3 short connected poems for him. It's called Words for My Young Son. Number 1, The Immortal. Up from the water's edge and back again, my 2-year-old son, spilling the elephantine curves of August light, holding a trickle of reluctant liquid in a small green bucket with a broken handle. Hole in his minuscule shorts with fake pockets for a fake cell phone, non-existent wallet. Taking the water, running it to the top of the concrete stream bank and tipping it back in. Not once or 50 times, but for the whole afternoon. Tilting without question at transparent windmills. I watch, take a stick, carve the name of this immortal god into the back of the sun. And part 2 is called Zoology, and it's sort of based on something that happened last weekend. We went down to the zoo in Seattle. Part 2, Zoology. Between the lions and the warthog, my son spots the rabbit. Look, a bunny, he shouts. He's unable or unwilling to see those other animals that are too alien and classifiable to be noticed. I, however, cannot see the rabbit, regardless of how hard I stare. It is only lions for me. And this one's called, the third one for him, Born Again, 1969. In the photograph that has been lost, I'm about your age, about 3 or 4, in a sunrise red jacket with a small white soccer ball that I'm holding tightly to my chest, whose memory braille of touch and texture I still have. If this picture could be here for you, you would see that we are so alike. The skull curls under a kingdom of curls, the coordinates of nose and mouth. You would see me, pinned against the thick and rusting metal of the garbage cans, the homemade rabbit hutches, the zoo of mismatched bricks and split timbers from your granddad's half-abandoned house repairs. See that I am ready to swim, dive headfirst into the tightening skin of the August heat. Thank you, I'm going to finish there. Thank you so much.